We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Have you ever found yourself awake at 3 a.m, staring at the ceiling, wondering how you were going to get through another day? Everybody has been there. I at least have. Those times when all you want is a beacon of hope to help you get through what seems like an unending storm in life. If you're seeking that hope, that strength, if all you want to find is the will to endure just one more bad day, this video is for you. And here's my challenge to you. Watch it till the end. Show yourself that despite the difficulties, you are genuinely committed to moving forward. 1. Measure you against you. Comparing oneself to someone whose entire focus is on a different goal is the surest way to devalue yourself and your efforts. Be accountable only to yourself. You have to be willing to look yourself in the eye, no matter how difficult it may be. Every time you have the chance, as you reflect on each day, think about whether you made wise choices and acted morally. Not every time will you make the best choice at every turn, and that's okay too. But in order to improve and learn from your experiences, you should always be open to reflection. You will be able to make better decisions and maintain perspective more easily if you are more aware of your present progress. 2. Practice gratitude. In the midst of your everyday hardships and bustle, it's all too simple to concentrate on what you don't have, the things you wish you had, the obstacles that seem insurmountable, the opportunities you've missed. However, cultivating gratitude is a simple habit that may change your viewpoint and make even the worst days brighter. By pausing to appreciate the positive aspects of your life, you not only find contentment, but also create a foundation of resilience against life's calamities. The renowned Stoic philosopher Seneca put it succinctly, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." This wisdom serves as a reminder that contentment comes from valuing what you already have, rather than from constantly desiring more. There's always something to be grateful for, be it the comfort of a home, the warmth of a kind smile, or the simple pleasure of a cup of tea. In that cup of tea, maybe you can taste the comfort it brought on a cold day, or the memory of laughing with loved ones. By acknowledging and treasuring these times, you develop an outlook that sees the silver lining in every cloud. Being grateful, however, goes beyond simply appreciating the happy events. It's also about embracing your challenges with grace. Every obstacle you encounter presents an opportunity for development and learning. Thus, when times are hard, don't forget to take a moment to be thankful for something, no matter how little. Although this practice won't change the situation or end it, it will change how you perceive it. And often, that is all that is necessary. 3. Embrace the present moment. It's funny how life throws curveballs at us. There are moments when it seems like we have the entire world on our shoulders and are juggling a million things at once. Do you remember that time when you felt the pressure of an impending deadline or the pain of a recent breakup? You could even be going through such things right now. I'll tell you a secret. You have the ability to overcome these obstacles in the present moment. It's simple to become mired in regrets from the past or anxieties about the future. However, the present moment is the only one over which you have real control. The past is gone and the future is uncertain. But even knowing this, the truth is that anxiety is not an easy thing to deal with. It's often very uncontrollable, but with the right and regular practice, you can master how to focus on the present moment. Our channel offers timeless wisdom for self-growth. Subscribe today and take the next step to becoming your most ideal self. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote isn't just a beautiful string of words, it's a call to action. It serves as a reminder that even if you can't always control what happens to you, you can always control how you respond. By staying grounded in the present moment, you can find calm in the midst of chaos and make decisions that are consistent with your values. Next time you feel overwhelmed or that you have no control over things, take a deep breath and ground yourself in the present. Feel the air around you. Listen to the sounds of birds chirping or children playing outside, or the sound of water flowing from a tap. Look around you and notice the colors, the patterns, and how unique everything and everyone around you is. Remind yourself that the present moment, the here and now, is the only one you have real power over. When you live in the now, you don't simply get through the difficult times. You actually thrive on them. And with every second that goes by, you strengthen your fortitude, discernment, and resilience for whatever comes next. 4. Understand what is within your control. Life resembles a stormy night in certain ways. The wind howls, thunder roars, and lightning flashes, all attempting to knock you off your feet. Wisdom is realizing that you can't stop the storm or dictate the path of the lightning. However, you have the option to light a candle, seek shelter, and cling on to what keeps you grounded. It's not about fighting the storm, rather, it's about knowing what you can and cannot control. The ancient Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." This is a reality that still holds true today. It's a simple yet deep insight. You expend so much energy worrying about things that are out of your control. Things that, no matter how hard you try, you will never be able to change. However, what if you direct more of your attention toward the things you can control, such as your choices, feelings, and reactions? These are the candles you can light to stave off the darkness. As life storms blow through, remember this: you have the power to choose. It is impossible to stop the rain or silence the thunder. However, it's up to you whether you'll cower from the loudness or dance in the rain. Realizing what you can control is freeing. It's the first step to not just weathering life's storms, but thriving in the middle of them. And as daylight breaks, you'll discover that the storm wasn't the main story. It was the attitude you took about it. 5. Just show up. This is sometimes all you need to do on hard days. Marcus Aurelius puts it perfectly. You must build up your life action by action, and be content if each one achieves its goal as far as possible. And no one can keep you from this. But there will be some external obstacles, perhaps, but no obstacle to acting with justice, self-control, and wisdom. But what if some other area of my action is thwarted? Well, gladly accept the obstacle for what it is, and shift your attention to what is given, and another action will immediately take its place, one that better fits the life you are building. Make an effort and show up each and every day. Mental stamina can be greatly enhanced by just showing up and devoting yourself to your craft. You sharpen your attention and accept that great things come from difficult processes. The benefits are not linear, and it's not easy. You have to work endless hours before you get any of the advantages. However, if you want to establish a solid basis for your life, there are no shortcuts. It will require you to first ascertain what you can maintain at a high level for an indeterminate amount of time, realizing that overnight success is unsustainable because it comes to people who are unprepared, often destroying their character in the process. Make sure you work for it step by step and set aside time every day to focus solely on your trade. 6. Practice patience. Ever watched a flower bloom? It takes its time revealing its beauty. It unfolds gradually, petal by petal, displaying its magnificence when the time is right. Your life has a rhythm, a tempo at which things are supposed to happen, just like that flower. And just as the flower does not rush into blossom, you too need to master the skill of patience. Wasn't there a deeper connection than words could express each time you grasped a loved one's hand in a silent moment? Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, once mused, "Time is a river, a violent current of events glimpsed once and already carried past us, and another follows and is gone." This profound observation serves as a reminder that time, in all its unrelenting flow, brings with it both difficulties and victories. Your impatience often comes from wanting to steer this current in a different direction, to speed up the positive and avoid the negative. Your real power is realizing that although you are powerless over the river of time, you have the ability to control how you choose to navigate through its waters. Being patient goes beyond just waiting. It's more than that. It's about purposefully waiting. It's about realizing that every moment matters, even when it's not obvious at first. Actively getting prepared, growing, and changing. That way you're fully prepared to seize the moment when the time is perfect. The next time you start to lose patience, remember the blooming flower and the flowing river. Remember that your moment will come, and when it does, it will be well worth the wait. 7. Learn from adversity. For a brief moment, imagine yourself as a blacksmith crafting a blade. You heat the once raw and unshaped metal to a high temperature and continuously hammer it. Yet with every strike, the blade gets stronger, more precise, and sharper. Similar to this, despite their seeming harshness and unforgiving nature, life's challenges have the power to mold you into a better version of yourself. Difficulty strengthens the mind as labor does the body, said the ancient Stoic philosopher Seneca. Even though they date back hundreds of years, these words still hold true today. Difficulties, setbacks, and tribulations are just roadblocks in your way. These are chances for you to develop, learn, and find strengths you didn't know you had. Every hardship you encounter is a lesson waiting to be grasped. Embracing diversity does not imply looking for trouble or taking pleasure in suffering. It entails appreciating the intrinsic worth of your hardships. It's about changing your mindset so that obstacles don't seem like burdens but rather like opportunities for learning and development. Thus, whenever you find yourself in the thick of life's searing difficulties, remember the blacksmith and his blade. Understand that, if you approach challenges with the correct attitude, they have the power to mold you into a masterpiece. 8. Seek wisdom. Wisdom is not a gift given to a chosen few. It's often a gem concealed right in front of those with the guts and tenacity to search for it. The fact that you have come this far in exploring these lessons is evidence of your sincere desire to become wise. Your dedication is admirable and indicates that you're headed in the correct direction. Seneca the Younger advised us to learn as long as we live. This is an invitation to pursue deeper understanding rather than just look for information. It's a call to contemplate, question, and grow. True wisdom is not having all the answers. It's about being fully informed. It all comes down to asking the right questions and being humble enough to take lessons from both mistakes and victories. It takes an inquisitive mind and an open heart to actively pursue wisdom, realizing that every person you meet and every encounter you have has a lesson to teach. It means listening more than talking, observing more than acting. Being wise is not the destination but rather the journey. It's an adventure that broadens the perspective, sharpens the mind, and enriches the soul. Thus, as you travel this path, never forget to treasure each step, each realization, and each epiphany, for the pursuit of wisdom ultimately finds its greatest fulfillment in the journey itself. These 8 Stoic lessons will strengthen your fortitude, composure, and resolve during trying times. You will be able to live a moral and happy life, even amidst turmoil and unpredictability, if you continually embrace them. Don't just take my word for it, though. Apply these lessons and see the life-changing effects for yourself. Watch our next video to discover even more unique insights for a better, stronger, and stoic life.